So hi, hello, very good morning guys. Once again, welcome back to the session in part of continuation for all the IPMAT aspirants. This topic, simple and component interest. Starting off from the basics, this is one inevitable topic under quantitative aptitude. So definitely it's going to be useful for everybody, all the aspirants preparing for IPMAT and CAT 2021 as well. So we'll try to get on with this. Before getting into this, let me quickly introduce about myself. If you're watching me first time, my name is Kabilan. I'm a mechanical engineer with 3 years of teaching experience in the field of management exams. I converted various Indian Institute of Management. Guys, you can also follow me on the Unacademy Learning app. This is my user ID where you can see all my exclusive special class videos and stuff. And also you can reach out to me in the Telegram channel Unacademy_Kabilan, right? So talking about the beautiful feature called Ask a Doubt, Unacademy provides you in the learning app, which you can simply download it from your Play Store. You can simply click on this option in the learning app and take a picture of a question for which you need to find the solution. Crop it down to highlight the specific question, and do not forget to mention under which subject it belongs. For example, if you have any question from simple and component interest, absolutely it falls into the quantitative aptitude part, so kindly just mention it. So this is all you need to do, and simply send it to us. You will receive the solution soon, right? And also guys, talking about the India's biggest scholarship test conducted by Unacademy Combat Challenge for all the CAT aspirants. It is happening every Sunday. Okay, every week it is happening, the scholarship test every Sunday sharp at 12 p.m. How to enroll? You can simply scan this QR code and use my code KAPI10 to enroll this. And let's say if you top the chart, if you are one among the top 3 in the scholarship test, you win 1 year of CAT Plus subscription absolutely free. And from rank 4 to 10, it's going to be 75% scholarship. 11 to 50, it is 50% scholarship. 51 to 200, it is 25% scholarship, right? So guys, everybody watching me live, just kindly drop me a text. Hi Dishant, welcome to the session. Divanshi, Denuka Lakshmi, very good afternoon guys, welcome to the session. Yes, if you're watching me live, just drop me a hi in the live chat. So, and we have this iconic batch for CAT 2021. So you get all the benefits of Plus subscription. Along with that, a personal mentor who will be a graduate from top P school will be guiding you, and a proper test analysis and reports followed with OMET's preparation will also be inculcated in this iconic batch 2021. Okay, soulfully dedicated for the top level management exams. And here we have the students, the aspirants who cracked Unacademy learners who cracked CAT 2020 with flying colors. And if you aspire to be one for the next year for CAT 2021, you can start enrolling in our batches, which are kickstarting on 23rd of June. BRC Expert 3.0 advanced level for CAT 2021. 23rd of June, again, the percentiler batch 4.0 for CAT 2021. And 26th of June, we have the practice drill 1.0 for CAT 2021. And do not forget to mention, we have a bumper offer for CAT subscription for 6 months. If you buy for today, you get 1 month subscription extra. That is, if you purchase for 6 months, you'll be getting 7 months of subscription, right? Definitely an offer extended on a popular demand. Kindly make use of it for all the aspirants preparing for CAT, NMAT, ZAT, SNAP, IAFT preparations, guys. So with that, let's get into the very first question for today's session. Before getting into that, let's try to break down the basic concepts of simple and component interest, right? The basic ultimate difference of simple and component interest. And let me try to give you some examples. Okay, give examples so that you can able to differentiate it much better. What is the actual difference between the simple and component interest? That's the prime most duty now. So let me try to give you some examples. Let's say I have 2 banks. Let's say this is bank A, where simple interest scheme is being followed, and I have bank B. Where component interest scheme is followed. Okay, I have 2 banks here, guys. Listen very carefully. And yes, obviously Denuka Definitely this session will be useful for everybody. Watch it till the end, and we plan to have 3 sessions ultimately for today itself. So we're going to be completely winding up the simple and compound interest concepts absolutely today, right? So keep watching, stay tuned, and coming back to the example of simple and compound interest, I have two banks, guys, that is bank A and bank B. And in bank A they follow simple interest scheme, and in bank B they follow compound interest scheme. Okay, now what I do, I approach both the banks. Okay, so what I do here, I deposit 1,000 rupees, let's say, or I deposit 100 rupees in both the banks. So kindly remember, the money which is deposited or which is invested or which is borrowed is actually called as the principal. So principal is something out of which you earn an interest. So the money out of which you earn an interest is actually called a principal. In this case, I deposited 100 rupees in both the banks, right? In bank A and in bank B. Fine. So this 100 rupees is actually called as a principal. And after that, what I do, I know the fact that both the banks offer 10% interest rate. Okay, the rate of interest are, it is 10% per annum. Okay, so per annum, per year, the interest rate is 10%. Fine, cool. So if at all, if I ask you, what is the interest I earned in bank A, the simple interest I earned in the first year, what is that exactly? You just need to simply find what is 10% out of 100. 10% out of 100 is ultimately 10. So 10 rupees is what the interest I earned in, bank A. And if you go for bank B, the compound interest which I earned in bank B for 1 year, it is again a 10% out of 100. So it is absolutely 10. So guys, listen very carefully. If you try to observe this, okay, sorry. This is a case which is for 1 year, the first year, the case for first year. The principal amount in both the banks are ultimately same. The rate of interest in both the banks are same. The interest, if you see, it is also the same. So always remember, in the first year, if the principal amounts are and rate of interest are same, the interest for both the banks will also be same ultimately. So if you try to remember this, then the amount is nothing but, we know the fact that amount is actually principal plus the interest, right? So amount is actually the principal plus interest. So 100 plus 10, it's going to be 110. And in this case, again, the amount will be 100 plus 10, 110. If you go for the second year, listen very carefully, guys. If you go for the second year, the principal will again be 100. It will not be changed. It will be constant. Okay. In the second year, it will again be 100. So what you need to ultimately remember when it comes to a simple interest question, the principal will be ultimately same for every year. It will be stable. It will not, it will not change. But when it comes to the compound interest, the principal is nothing but the amount of the previous year. Very simple as that, guys. So the principal now here, it will be 110. It will not be 100. So when it comes to compound interest, the principal will keep on changing. But in simple interest, the principal remains the same for n number of years. Okay. In compound interest, the amount of the previous year will actually become the principal for the present year. That's it. Very simple. Now, if I apply the same 10% for the second year for both the banks, what I'll be getting the simple interest for the second year. The simple interest for the second year, it is again 10. So always remember, in a simple interest question, your simple interest for every year will be the same. But when it comes to compound interest for the second year, it is 10% out of 110. It's going to be 11. So the compound interest for every consecutive years will be changing. Okay. Now you tell me what will be the amount here. The amount here, what will be the amount after 2 years? It's going to be 110 plus 10, it's going to be 120. And this is amount for 1 year, and this is for amount for 2 years. If you see in the bank B, it is 110 plus 11, it's going to be 121. So guys, very simple. If you try to calculate for the third year, here the principal will be same for simple interest, but for the compound interest, the principal for the third year, it's going to be 121. That's it. So this is how it changes. And ultimately what you really need to understand is, if for the first year, if you see, both the simple and the compound interest will be same only in the first year. If you are provided that, if your principal and rate of interest are same. Okay. So that is what we really need to understand now. So if you're super clear with this, let me just take you to the very first question for today's session, guys. I just want everybody to do these questions. Make sure you get this right. Come on. First question, all for you. A very simple question. Try to do this and get me the exact right answer for the given question. Go for it, guys. Everybody watching the session. And if you're watching me live, if you face any difficulties in the live session, kindly let me know on the live chat so that I can able to get you clear with the questions or concepts here. And if you have any doubts, queries or clarifications, feel free to ask me in the live chat, guys. Come on. So this is the first question, all for you. I hope it is clearly visible to everyone. So here Raju plans to invest his first monthly salary rupees 24,000 in scheme A for 5 years, okay, which offers 16.66% simple interest per annum. Okay, so just by looking at the question, we can come to the conclusion that the question here is actually a simple interest question. Okay, yeah, you need to find the total amount that he received at the end of 5 years and the interest he gained. Come on, guys, try to do this. Everyone watching me the live session, so if you try to understand this, as I told you already, how to do this question, guys, listen very carefully. Here, Raju plans to invest his first monthly salary, that is rupees 24,000, in a scheme A. Okay, in a scheme A for 5 years actually. So listen very carefully. As I told you already, the money which is invested is nothing but a principal. So principal here is 24,000, out of which you will be earning an interest, right? So what is the number of years here? N is actually 5 years. N is actually 5 years, and which offers 16.66%. The rate of interest given here is 16.66%. So just by looking at the rate of interest here, we can come to the point that 16.66% can be written as what in fraction? It can be written as 1/6 in fraction. Yeah, this we know already. If you have done the percentage topic already, right? So you need to find the total amount that he received at the end of 5 years and the interest he gained. What is the interest he gained? Okay, so guys, come on, try to do this, guys. You need to find the total amount A. I know the fact that amount is nothing but the interest plus interest. Principal plus interest will give you the amount. So you need to find what is the total amount that he received at the end of 5 years and the interest he gained. What is the interest he gained? Okay, come on, guys, just let me know if you have got the answer already. So what to do here exactly? So I know the fact that simple interest is nothing but PNR by 100. Yes, this is the ultimate formula that we know. And here, if you try to substitute, principal is 24,000, number of years is 5, and the rate of year is 1 by 6 into 100. So here, if you see double zero, double zero goes out, and I can simply strike this off 4 times, you'll be getting 40. So 40 into 5 is going to be 200. Come on, guys, try to do this, everyone. So come on, guys, what's going to be the right answer for this, everyone? So if you try to observe this, listen very carefully. In this question, we know the fact that for 1 year it is 1 by 6. For 5 years, if you try to find the rate of interest for 5 years, 5 years will ultimately give you 5 by 6, the rate of interest to be. That's it, very simple as that. So now listen very carefully. Let me try to do this. If you see this, here sixth part is the principal. If sixth part is the principal means, then out of 6 parts, 5 part will be the interest. That's it. Very simple as that. So listen carefully. If 6 part is 24,000, then what's going to be 5 parts? If 6x is 24,000, then 5 parts will be what? If you take it as x, if you try to do cross multiplicate, you'll be getting ultimately x is equal to 5 into 24,000 divided by 6, and this is going to be 4,000 into 5 you do, will be getting 20,000. So if you try to, listen this, guys, listen very carefully. Here, the interest that is being earned for 5 years is 20,000 and the principal is 24,000. So the amount will be exactly 20 plus 24. It's going to be 44,000. Very simple as that. And the answer for this question is going to be option C. The amount that he earned at the end of 5 years calculated along with the interest but that he gained is option C, 44,000. Okay, let's go for the next question. Come on, try to do this, guys. Try to do the next question. Here, David invested an amount of rupees 72,000. So the second question, David invested an amount of rupees 72,000 in a certain provident fund, and which offers simple interest, guys, at the rate of 12.5%. So here, if you try to see the rate of interest, it is 12.5% per annum. For 3 years, and find the total amount he received at the end of 3 years. Okay. So try to do this, guys. So I could see a technical lag somewhere. So kindly apologize me for the technical issue. Maybe a sort of lesser connectivity. Second question, if you see, here David has invested the principal amount of rupees 72,000 in a certain provident fund, which offers simple interest. So the second question here, the principal amount David invested is 72,000, which offers simple interest at the rate of 12.5%. So the rate of interest here is 12.5%, and it is 12.5% per annum. So for 1 year, it is 12.5%. I can straightly take this 12.5% as 1 by 8 in fraction, right? Which means if the principal is 8 part, one part will be calculated as interest. That's what it means. Okay, very simple as that. And the number of years, it is for 3 years. So listen very carefully, guys. If you try to observe this, here the rate of interest is 12.5% per annum and for 3 years, right? So if that is the case, so for 1 year it is 1 by 8 means, then the rate of interest for 3 years, I can simply say that it is 3 by 8. Very simple as that. So if 8 parts is the principal, then the smart way is 3 parts will be the interest. You need to find the total amount that you received. Okay. So if 8 parts, if it is 72,000, then 3 parts will be what? That's your query. Let me take it as X. So if I do that, X will be 8. So X will be 72,000 into 3 divided by 8, and this goes exactly 9,000, and the value of X will be 27,000. X is equal to, and if you try to find the amount is nothing but the principal plus interest. So 72,000 plus 27,000. If you do that, you'll be getting exactly 99,000. So the amount that he received at the end of 3 years. So the third question, here Akhilesh borrowed a certain sum of money at simple interest for 9 years. Okay, so are completely unaware of the money Akhilesh has borrowed, and the rate of interest is 6.25%. So guys, let me take P to be the principal, and the number of years N is equal to 9, and the rate of interest, it is given as 6.25%. So listen very carefully. 6.25%, how can you break this out? Very important. If you try to listen, understand this thing, 6.25% can be written as 1 by 16 if I'm not wrong, right? 1 by 8 is actually 12.5. 1 by 16 will then be half of 12.5, that is 6.25, right? And he pays a total amount of rupees. So the amount is given, amount is equal to 75,000. At the end of 9 years, okay? So if you try to understand this question, you need to find what is the certain sum of money that is being invested in a certain, simple interest for 9 years. So you need to find the value of, right? And he pays a total amount of rupees 75,000 at the end of 9 years. So try to calculate this one, guys. Come on. So for 9 years, if you see, I know the fact that if 16 parts is the principal, then one part is actually interest that is gained per year. So for the interest, rate of interest for 9 years, if you see, for 9 years, then it's going to be 9 by 16, which is nothing but I can simply crop down. Yeah, you'll be getting 9 by 16, and ultimately, if 16 part is the principal P, then 9 part is actually the interest calculated. Okay, so if that is the case, then I can simply make this out.